Happy Friday. I hope all is well with you and your loved ones and you're having a fantastic day or had a fantastic day depending on where you're at on this beautiful planet we all share. Thank you for choosing my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Would you please hit that like button for me? And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, thank you. And if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Remember, this is a general collective read, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. And let's see what message or messages are coming out for you for today. Last shuffle. Let there be wisdom, let there be light. Let me be challenged to open my sight. Let no harm ever be done, and remember, all life is one. With truth and with heart may the highest be done, that all realms heal in the sun. Show me only my highest good, and for the highest good be done. Let this be without illusion, fantasy, or wishful thinking. Blessed be. Aho. Please show me clearly what I need to know. Please show me clearly what I need to know. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Discovering the truth. You stand in the light of truth. You're seeing something that you didn't recognize before. A lot of it has to do with this full moon that just happened. It illuminated things, and you're seeing the truth about the job, a person, your relationships, where you're at in life. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that now you can move forward and become that better person that you've always wanted to in your life. Impasses. Reflect and redirect your energy. What I just talked about there is that now you can look at it and you can clear out what is keeping you from achieving what you really should be doing in the direction that you need to be going towards. And that's all it is. You're just being truthful with yourself. You're saying, this is not working for me. This is not where I want to be. This is not what I want to do in life. And it's like all of a sudden, the lights, I just heard my guide say, the light's been turned on. Overcoming obstacles. Some of the things that you're seeing right now that you realize that you have to change, you think it's an obstacle. Well, there is nothing that's going to stop you from becoming or moving in the direction that you are destined to do. Be open to that. There is no mountain that will keep you from where you need to go if you're willing to work at it. Vast vistas. Expanding your horizons. You're looking at things totally different. This is really an interesting card, and I love this. It's because you are stepping out of the box. You are getting out of that little square box that held you back because you didn't want to see things the way they truly were, or the things that truly are in your life. And now you're looking at it saying, hey, I need to move forward. I can't stay here. This box is getting way too small for me. And that's a good thing when our boxes that we put ourselves into, and I've put myself in a box, and now I realize it, that as you grow, now remember, grow, becoming larger, becoming better, that box gets smaller and smaller. And at one point, it will keep you from becoming the person you belong, you truly believe. And that's where you're moving into your light, seeing things totally, and recognizing things that you're reflecting back and redirecting your energies to what you're supposed to be doing. There is nothing wrong with becoming me first. This is what I have to do to improve my life. Setting boundaries, becoming what you need to become. Because if you don't, that box is just going to hold you right back. It's going to stifle you And if you think that there are obstacles that you can't overcome, and you're saying to yourself, I could never do that. No, that's more than I can handle. No, it's not. You are never given a growth period, a movement forward that you cannot handle, that you cannot move into. I want you to remember that. Believe in yourself. Believe in the magic that you have in your heart and your soul. There are so much wonderful things coming towards you. The King of Wands. So many wonderful things coming towards you. The passion, the joy. You're now recognizing, I can do that. You are removing the obstacles because now you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing and where you're going. The Emperor. Wow. The power of all four kings. That moon, because you're standing in discovering the truth about you and standing in your light, you have the power of all four kings. The knowledge, the joy. There are no more obstacles in your life. Everything is moving forward. And once you're willing to step outside that box, the World card. This is not just a chapter. This is almost you closing the cover on a book and the universe giving you a blank book and saying, you're going to start over. You're going to move forward. You're not going to forget what you had back in that other little book. Your lives are not just chapters anymore. You're a series of small books is what I'm getting. And now you are starting a brand new book. And you're taking all the wisdom, all the knowledge you have, and getting out of that small place in your life and becoming truly the person that you need to be. The impasse, Five of Swords. Take things away from people that can hurt you. And when I say that, that is more of don't tell people stuff that you really don't want them to know. The biggest mistake people make in their lives, even me, and I'm speaking of personal experience, is thinking you can trust a person with your deepest, darkest secrets. Because as much as you think that this is the person that will never tell anybody, that is the person that will have somebody else that they say, well, I trust them and I won't tell them. And that starts the chain. Don't tell anybody anything about your deep, dark secrets unless they're bound by laws and rules and regulations that you could sue them to go after them. But just your average friend, don't tell them. Just move it along. You're not going to give that to them. You're going to move yourself forward on their life. And once you discover that, the Nine of Cups, your wishes, your dreams, even your wishes and your dreams, don't tell anybody. When you start something moving forward in your life, don't talk to anybody about it till everything is done. Good example. How many times we're going to use the lottery for an example. Okay? A lot of people now are realizing that when they win the lottery, they don't, if where they live in the state, if they have to give their identity out, they don't want that anymore. They want to be anonymous. They don't want to be seen. And if you were to win the lottery, most of the really good people in the lottery business will tell you, do not tell anyone that you won, not even your family, because they will not keep that as a secret. If you are starting a business, get everything going and get your business running before you make the comment of, hey, this is what I'm doing now. Because what this basically is reinforcing in me to get to you is the people that you think you can trust, you really can't. You got to trust yourself into this. If you're married, your partner has to be told. You can't keep secrets to them. And hopefully they'll be with you and say, okay, we won't tell anybody. But once you remove those obstacles of maybe telling you who you think your best friend is, and getting rid of that, not telling them those deep dark secrets, and I mean, they don't have to be bad, they can be good. I won the lottery, don't tell anybody. You don't need to do that. When you protect yourself like that, then all your dreams and your wishes come true. The Two of Wands, your dreams and your wishes, what you asked the universe for. But you have to be able to step out of that box and grow. And there are certain things during your growing that you need to understand. And that's one of them. The Ace of Swords, your fresh new start in communications in the directions that you're going into. And for those of you that have been with me on my channel for a long time, thank you. I love all of you. And for all the new people, I love you too. You're all amazing. You've been sent here to join this beautiful soul family. And if you're watching somebody else that's a reader, they're all part of the soul family. Okay? I mean, families are huge, especially when you start getting into soul families. But anyways, for those of you that have not heard me say this before, the Ace of Swords is a beginning, a fresh start, communications, and understanding everything that you're doing in your life. As a reader, the Ace of Swords tells me somebody needed to hear this, and I got the message to them or to all of them. The Two of Cups, the balance, the joy, bringing in what you need in your life and where you're heading for. This is a soulmate card, but remember, soulmates, so many of them in our life are platonic. They will never, ever be more than a platonic relationship. There are the ones, though, that turn into romantic. And yes, for the person that asked the question, a twin flame in this life could be just a platonic relationship. Does not mean because they're a twin flame you're going to marry them in this life. So just remember that. The Ace of Cups, the cup of abundance and joy. I love the Ace of Cups. This is everything that you wished and dreamt for. And if you honor it, the Ace of, I shouldn't use honor. You respect the Ace of Cup and what it is giving you. It will give to you for the rest of your life. Just think about that and where you're going into and the knowledge that's coming towards you as you step out of that box and you start discovering your truth, your ambitions, the true directions that you're going into. The Eight of Swords is the minor arcana of the devil. Now, when people get the devil card, yes, it could mean really horrible things. But here, with this, it is you are holding yourself back. That is you standing in your box because you don't believe in yourself. You have not stood in the light of truth yet. And the light's shining on you. You just have to admit it. You see it. There's nothing there that's holding that energy back, that person. And remember, when I say he's, she's, whatever, it's all energy. It's all the same. I'm not saying it's a man or a woman, because we all have divine masculine and we all have divine feminine in our energies. But this is you not believing in yourself, saying this will never happen to me. When you say things like that, the universe is always listening. Be careful. Five of Swords. Be careful what you say. Believe in yourself. You have so many great things coming towards you. You have such a great job to do on this earth to help others and move forward, but you first need to believe in yourself. The Magician. Manifesting, asking for help, realizing who you are. That is the power of all four aces combined. And you're heading in the right direction. You are heading where you need to go. You have now realized when you stand in the truth that what you say can affect you. So believe in yourself. Believe in the positive aspects. Don't ever say it'll never happen to me. Never's a very long time. And there are things that will affect you. But now you're looking at life because you're standing in the truth. You're looking at everything, saying, I can remove these obstacles. I can get out of this box. I'm moving myself forward in life. And when you start talking that positive and believe in yourself, the biggest thing is believe in yourself. That's so important. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Remember I said with the World card, you are not just given chapters in your life on a continuing book. You have a series of mini books. You are a little different than most people. And in that mini book, now you understand what you're going to put in there. It's what is going to affect your life and how to move you forward and make your dreams come true. Just remember, the clock on Earth does not tick at the same speed as the clock in the universe. So if you ask, I'm going to use this again, this is just an example. How can I make as much money? How can I make as much money as I can as fast as I can? That's not how it works. You can put it out there and say, and please don't put a dollar figure on. If you're asking for abundance of a lot of money, don't say, please send me $1,000 so I can pay my bills this week. I want you to say, please bless me with infinite financial abundance. The universe is everlasting. It goes on forever. So does the pie that you have in the universe, not the pie you have here on Earth, where all of a sudden you may have a slice and somebody comes along and says, no, you don't get that big of a slice. We're going to give it to so-and-so, and that's not fair. But you rely on the universe. You have your own pie, and it's infinite. So you're going to build that new direction, that new place that you're having in your life, believing in yourself. And this new book, now you're taking all your pasts, you have all this wisdom, and you're going to say, this is the direction I want to go into. This is where I want to be in my life. Three of Cups. Look what happens when you change your attitude. You change your verbiage in your life. I don't know if that's the right word for that, but when you change how you're saying things and you're believing in yourself, and you don't, you're talking positive about yourself. There is so much coming towards you, but you are the one that has to have that positive aspect, that positive belief in yourself. We have the Ace of Swords. You needed to hear this. I would love to hear a comment come back when somebody says, I started believing in myself and everything started changing in my life. Things are so positive. I have the new job. I have, if you are in a marriage, my marriage is getting me so much better now. We're talking, we're communicating. This is something I've never thought was going to happen again. Even guess what? I won the lottery. Sometimes if you play the lottery, remember the lottery is no different than playing a slot machine. You keep feeding it money and it gives you small wins. Eventually, maybe you'll hit the jackpot. But you know what? If you enjoy it and you're not overspending, spending on it, where you're not paying your bills, and if it's enjoyable to you, hey, do it. If you enjoy walking in the woods, you enjoy crafting, you enjoy going to flea markets, what makes you happy, do it. That's the only thing I can tell people is You have to find what makes you happy. That you come home and at the end of the day, you're very happy with what you've done and say, yes, I'm proud of myself. I had a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to leave it there until tomorrow. Love and light. Namaste.